Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Where we left off last time, we were trying to, as usual, sort out our power situation, our oxygen situation. But I think we got to a good place. We have a new oxygen generating facility here that will pump out plenty of O2, and we're giving it some time to kind of normalize and stabilize these areas. What's going on here? Okay, we are encasing this cool steam vent because it is frustrating and creating a bunch of drama for us right now anyway, so we're just gonna kind of enclose that for the time being and get it out of the way. Um, we are... Yeah, that's gonna happen for a little while until this thing's closed off. Alright, so that should be the end of the scalding, at least for the time being. Although Max looks like he had to face the repercussions of finalizing that enclosure. Okay, we are attempting to move the gas pump up here so that the hydrogen from all the way up top gets captured, because that is the highest point in our base currently, although it definitely can go higher and probably will at some point, but we haven't fully dug all this out yet, which is probably something I'm looking to do pretty soon. Okay, so it looks like we have another polluted water vent over here. I think this ladder should probably go over here now. We can continue digging down over in this direction. Actually, it should probably go here. That way we can dig through and everything will be fine. All right, let's just deconstruct that one. And we're good to go there. All right. This is spitting out polluted water. And what temperature is it at? It looks like it's... There's too much stuff on that tile. It looks like it's normal temperature. Like, it's nothing too much. It is leaking it all over the base, though. So, that'll go away once we start digging down a little more, but... kind of stinks this ladder's just right into the middle of that, but that's all right. That's not a permanent thing. That's just scaffolding for us to dig this stuff out with. So let's go ahead and start putting down some more scaffolding. Just do that every 4 tiles or so. And we'll just keep digging all this out. I'm going to have to do that up top as well. Just haven't done it yet. All right, let's take it down to the abyssalite here. Let's go ahead and just dig all of that. I'm going to leave this here as kind of like a buffer, although I'm sure we're going to dig that all out at some point. I just don't want all this water to be leaking into the base. It could come down here. I don't mind that. It'll just meet up with this and go down here, and I'll get pumped out eventually anyway. So I'm not overly concerned about that at all. In regards to breathability, it looks like our base is starting to do quite a bit better. There's definitely oxygen in all of these important spaces. All the way over here. This is a little light, but we're also pumping stuff out of here. So that kind of makes sense. Carbon dioxide's still down here, but it's at a very low percentage. So I almost feel like maybe we need to bring a pipe down to here and start piping this oxygen directly over here. Starvation, that shouldn't be a thing. I also don't know what's going on there, but let's get that dug out. Let's take a look. So right now, we are outputting, and we're pretty much just supplementing these existing lines, at least to this point. And they are starting to like back up because there's not enough places to put them. So it would be pretty easy to branch off of this pipe here and just put a vent to output. I accidentally built that over there. But that should at least help get some more oxygen over in this area. This I'm going to have to turn off. But we're also trying to keep all this hydrogen from, continually filling up this space. So I I don't think we need this anymore. This was mainly to get all the chlorine gas that was over here and the hydrogen that was starting to build up. I think I want to replace these doors with manual airlocks. Just to keep... The hydrogen's not going to go downward unless it gets really backed up. So I think this door and this door, at a minimum, maybe even this door. I don't really care past there. I think I'm going to replace them all with manual airlocks. I have to keep an eye on our copper as well because we definitely don't have a ton of it. Okay, I think that should take care of the worst of it there anyway. All right, how's this dig coming along? It's not at all. So I gotta see what's going on there. Polluted oxygen is definitely a thing over here. We are gonna have to, or I would say it would be a good idea to put a scrubber over here somewhere. A little deodorizer action. I don't know. I guess let's see once this gets dug out and this polluted water's not here anymore. I think a lot of that's going to get offset by clean oxygen, so I'm not too worried about it. But we'll see how that shakes out. Ventilation-wise, all right, this guy... If this guy's backed up, I'm not too worried because just more oxygen will get picked up by these other ones, which are flowing pretty freely over here. So, not terribly worried about that. Although this guy's not really outputting. But again, it'll just get output by this instead. So that is fine for now. This area is going to get pretty oxygen saturated. We can't have too many pipes running down. There's just not enough space for it. Although I suppose we can come over here and start coming down this section here. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We do have plastic starting to build up here. It says storage unavailable, but we do have storage in our ship. I do have to figure out what's kind of going on there. Because this is all getting busted and damaged, and something's not quite right with this over here. Looks like there is some progress in getting this built over here. And hydrogen is getting pumped into our system. Even though the batteries are, well, not full. They're pretty full up, but they're not completely full. So at least we're not wasting it. Although I guess I should stop looking at it in terms of wasting, because sometimes you just need to burn it off to get rid of it. We have some stress building up on Harold here. Looks like he's got some issues with slime lung and other things. Let's go ahead and look at the other asteroid here. It looks like we are somewhat stabilizing on food here. We do have a printable available, so let's go ahead and look at that. So we have a lot of science people on the other asteroid here. Oh, I must have accidentally disabled the building. That's weird. That would explain why I couldn't claim anybody over here. Okay, let's look at our duplicant skills. So there's a good person, there's a good dig, and there's a good research person dupe that we could recruit. We have research people, and we certainly don't even really need them at the moment because we're not researching anything. How are we on people that are capable of doing the dig work that we need? Let's see, we got one. Okay, we only have one, really, that looks like. And this one, yeah. So on our main planetoid, we only have one dupe that is really good with dig. So I think we are gonna do a little recruitment here. Thank you for joining us. Let's go ahead and pop your skills in right away. We're up to 21 dupes on this planetoid again. Hopefully we don't have another spiral where that becomes an issue. But that could explain why a lot of this isn't getting dug out quickly or properly. We do have some diamond here I kind of forgot about. Okay, so we are producing heat here still. I thought the insulated tile would have been enough to kind of let this whole room get warm, but it looks like that's not happening. I might have to add another, or maybe it'll stabilize it if I find another way to increase the temperature. So maybe we do need to get this loop up and running. I would like to figure out why all this, well, I'm guessing it's breaking because of the temperature, because it's just been sitting there, but why nobody is actually coming into here. And I think it might be because we don't have enough people with high enough skill in suit wearing. So let's take a look at the skills here. You're good, but you are just terrible morale. We have to figure out how to fix that because that is really, really bad. And even though he can fly, he doesn't have like the research unlocked yet, which is even worse. Okay, let's take a look at you. You've got a little room. You've got some room. Oh, I already got carrying on this one. All right, let's take a look. I just want to put some points into where we can, where it makes sense, and where we have the morale available. Do we have an artist at all at this point? I don't think. Okay, so you are capable of it. So I think we need to start hanging up some art because morale is definitely a problem. And rather than fixing the underlying issues, I'd rather just slap up some artwork. Because I think that would probably be easier. Okay, we do have another pilot in training here. Doesn't have a ton of skill yet, though. Okay. So it looks like anybody who's capable of doing any sort of like construction or tinkering doesn't have suit stuff yet. Although they could still wear a suit. I don't know why nobody is like prioritizing going up there and doing that stuff. Let's take a look. Is there just too much going on? I don't know. All right, let's go into the interior here. Surely there's got to be... All right, we do have plastic listed as the material that gets stored in here. Is this wired? It is. It is wired to this outlet. Now, I don't know why this outlet is busted. It could be... So I think part of the issue here is that I actually wired this in with heavy watt wire, and it's probably overloading that circuit. That would be my guess. So, oh no, I disconnected it. All right, so I already took that out. And we've just got the solar panel on there now charging it up, which is fine. Okay, so we just have to figure out why this is all damaged. There is oxygen, quite a lot of oxygen backed up in here. So we're good on air for a while. We're good on water for a while. So all of those components are fine. We really just need orbital data collection. Okay, no power. -1 out of 1,000. Okay. So I'm not really sure why that busted. But we're pretty much ready to go with this once we get that sorted out. So I want to put a little more effort into trying to figure that out so we can kind of take off and get moving here. So Atmos suits are fully fueled. They're fully powered. The checkpoint is active. Seems to be fine. Are we just too low on copper again? I mean, there's definitely a possibility. Let me slap up some art. All right. We want people to be happy. So we definitely want to put art everywhere we can. And then our person who can do at least a remedial amount of art can start chipping away at this. We definitely have plenty of materials. Well, except for copper ore. That seems to be a little bit of a problem, but we'll work through it. Can I even put art here? I don't think I can fit it anywhere. Kind of wish it would just go behind everything like it actually does, but that's all right. It's all about the quantity of time they spend in an area that has adequate positive decor. So just generally speaking, the more decor we have, that was bad placement, because I should be able to fit more than just that there. I don't think we need all these little bits of ladders, so why are we running out of power? No, this is pumping hydrogen. We definitely shouldn't be low on power. Although, well, I guess it wasn't pumping for a little while there. Let us deconstruct these ladders so that we can put some canvases up there. This is all super bad over here just because of the number of like batteries and stuff. All this industrial equipment is just makes people unhappy. Okay. I'll have to do something like this. It's going to take a long time for them to build all of the stuff that I'm putting down here, but that's okay. I just want to place it and they can build whenever they're ready and able. All right, let's put, no, we can't put anything there. It's all right. Let's slap something there. Okay. Excuse me. All right, let's get a ladder going over here so that we can at least dig out and build the rest of this and kind of reposition the gas here. That'll at least keep the power going a little while longer while we are sorting out this hydrogen. When is this going to stop pumping, by the way? Okay, in 11 cycles, it's going to stop outputting, and that's going to drastically reduce the hydrogen generation, which means that the power is kind of going to go away, which is not great, but I get it. All right, I'm going to extend our main ladder here, going up to here, and then let's just... It's almost a bad idea to build it here, because I'm going to go all the way up to here, so we probably should just not do that and just keep extending that up while we kind of dig all this out. So let's go ahead and just want to build ladders all the way across. We'll go 4 up and get that going too. We can't dig the abyssalite here. Or we can, I just don't want to. Let's get all this copper dug out, because that seems to be something we definitely need. And hopefully this will be enough to carry us to another planetoid or space resource where we can mine some metal or find like a metal volcano. We can start getting that all set up. Let's go ahead and just dig across to here. I have to be careful because that is all ice. I will have to like build a wall there. I should probably just be a little more conservative and not do that, and then we'll just kind of build a wall. I don't want everything getting vacuumed out into space. I think we could try to build that across. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. We'll issue a dig command to this as well. And for up to here, although I will not actually dig there, that's... I think we can get away with digging those two out, just to have a clear path to get all the way over here pretty easily. And that will mine a fair amount of copper, so I think we're okay there for now. I will also dig... I'll leave that there, but I'll dig this out a little bit just to get some extra copper there. All right. Then what we can do is extend this ventilation up higher to here. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if we're going to go any higher than this right now anyway. So let's go ahead and just indicate where we're going to want everything to be. Let's get that piping all the way up there. Let's get the electricity all the way up there. And then Let's get our gas output, which I think will be fine to put on the floor here. And then get automation wire. We have enough copper there. Just go up to there. Should be good. We'll just kind of get that all going there. They're all going to be like suffocating building this stuff, but hopefully it'll work out in the end. Let's go ahead and do ladders here as well. All right, we got some... Yeah, these are just the busted buildings from this. All right, I just heard the printables come back, so let's see what we got. If we're lucky, there'll be an artist in here. There is not. So I think we'll just take some oxalite. Although, machinery and piloting, quick learner, increased science. I guess I'll take that. I'm not as worried about food or oxygen consumption right now because we do have the calories. Looks like this temperature is going up over here. They are slowly but surely maturing here. Okay, so the digging over here is working out pretty well. Oxygen's flowing over in this area. We should mop up the bedrooms, get all this polluted oxygen out of here. That should probably be a pretty high priority. At least get rid of that soggy feet debuff as people are running through here. And they dug this up pretty good. I'm actually surprised at how quickly they did end up getting around there. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot about our little power slug buddies over here. I don't want them escaping. Let's get that done. No, no. I don't want... Yes, okay. Let him get in there. And then let's seal this off as fast as possible. Okay, perfect. Now they theoretically won't escape, although they may still. Let's take a look. All this water's dripping down here. That blocked off this gas pump again, but this water pump is still going. It is still filling this up for now, but we are kind of running out of space here. So I'm going to have to figure out something there as well. Let's issue a sweep command. If we can at least get some of this stuff swept up, put away in here, should help keep some of that polluted oxygen generation down. Okay, we do still have to mop that up. That should be a pretty high priority. I think we're to the point we could start working on plastic beds and get rid of the last of these cots. So let's do a little work on that. Okay. The picture thing's gonna be a little bit of an issue. But I could just increase the priority. And hopefully they'll build that first before they run out of resources. Let's dig out the rest of this. We can dig all that out. And then once that's done, I can start slapping some of this stuff down. Bed-wise, I think we are to the point where we can start putting down comfy beds. We don't have a ton of plastic, but we do have plastic, so we should be able to at least get a couple of those beds down. And then I can get 2 pictures in each bedroom. I am going to have to deconstruct these ladders first, though. That's fine. All right, this water is going to get out of hands pretty soon. It's kind of already getting out of hand, but all right, we are outputting oxygen over here now, but we're still just like kind of pumping stuff. I think I have to increase the priority, get this thing turned off, because I want this to fill up with oxygen and stop pumping it all out of there. Make all this area very breathable. The natural gas, I'm not sure where that's coming from exactly. I mean, it's coming from somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Because there's a fair amount of it, so I don't think it's just a duplicate trait. We do have some plastic built up here. We should probably build another one of these. Like just an exact replicant of this farm. Maybe we'll put it down here. Just because we have so many Drecos building up here. And plastic is going to be in super high demand. So let's go ahead and start working on that. I really wish everything just lined up exactly, but it's all right. We'll just kind of make a definitely gonna have to demolish that. Get this ladder out of here. We do already have like a vent thing going over here. I'll probably have to move it. Okay. Got that built up. Let's make a duplicate of that. I'm not going to worry about the atmosphere checkpoint now. The big thing is just getting everything built first. I don't really like how this whole ladder thing worked out, but I'm going to have to figure something out. The bottom half of this is going to be underwater right now, so I also have to dig all that out, and maybe even dig some of this out just to make room for get this water out of the way. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. So that's not going to be a particularly quick process, but let's go ahead and get the ball rolling on that. We're going to have to get down here and start getting steam set up. I could see that there's these little neutronium patches here. This one's a little weird. It's only 3. But we are going to have to start like working towards the volcano stuff for energy as well. Let's go ahead and mop that up. Okay, let's get this landscape portrait. Get that up in both of these places. I'm going to do priority 9 on all this stuff in particular, just because I want these bedrooms getting built as fast as possible. And that's kind of more important to me than some of this other stuff. All right, so I'm not sure if we made a ton of progress this time around, but we definitely are doing something. We're working towards moving our hydrogen capture system up towards the top of our base. We are finishing getting oxygen generation kind of under control, which is working really well overall right now. We're trying to increase the core to reduce the stress level, which seems to be already helping because we're down to 18% as our highest. We're working on building additional bedrooms, which is almost done. Kind of digging out the other parts of the map that haven't been dug out yet because we're running kind of low on copper. Not completely out, but running a little low for sure. And then we're just trying to regulate things, make sure we have enough material generation going on so it can carry us forward in the future. We only have about 8 cycles left before this stops pumping out hydrogen, which is going to cut into our power generation pretty significantly at that point. So we're going to have to kind of work towards a solution to that. And we're finally getting to the point where we can potentially take off once this kind of gets fixed and, you know, we get that up and running and everything is working as intended. So I think we're making some pretty good progress. So I think we'll leave it there for this one. Thank you for watching. We will catch you in the next episode.